I think we're live. I think we are. Let me make sure we are before I go very much further with this. How is everyone doing today? I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I certainly did. The whole family did. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. Hanging out with the family. That's what it was about today. We got everybody here. Everybody showed up with their significant others and all of that. And it was amazing. And let me tell you something. I am a lucky, lucky guy because I happen to be with a woman that is a magnificent cook. And thank you, Candy. I can't believe any of the mods are here tonight. It's Thanksgiving night. Come on. Take the night off. Go ahead. If we have trolls tonight, who cares? It doesn't matter. I don't care about it. So anyway, we had some amazing food. We got to watch some football, which, I mean, I'm not as entertained by football anymore as I normally am, but it was still fun nonetheless, and my team won, so that helps too. But first thing to talk about tonight is got a little bit of bad news, and that is it's just me tonight. It's just me, and I know that's a bummer, but Lisa was slaving all day over the stove, making us that magnificent Thanksgiving dinner that we'll be eating probably for the next 5 days, and I'm still burping as we speak, and she's just exhausted. So she'll be in the chat today. Say hi to her. She's in there, and yeah, so it's just going to be me today. But we got a lot of really good things to talk about. And as much as I love having Lisa on the stream with me, it's kind of nice to just be able to talk and not feel bad because I'm doing all the talking. I have to do all the talking. Otherwise, things can fall apart. So I do have a few things to talk about as we prepare for the giveaways that we're going to do today. I know there was a little bit of confusion. We're not giving away more betas today. I put it in the description. We're doing 3 giveaways today. I said it last week in the stream. We're going to give away, sorry, my phone is, I don't have notifications turned off, and that's probably ESPN telling me that the Washington football team was victorious today over the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, we're not giving away betas today, betas, whatever you want to call them. Instead, we're going to give away 3 different prizes to 3 different winners. The same rules apply as they did last week. Unfortunately, it has to be people that live in the United States. It has to be people that are here, present for the stream. And there you go. What are the 3 prizes going to be? The first one is going to be your choice, whoever wins, of the Oscar shirt. If you don't like Oscars, you can do you know what to yourself. Wow, that was hard. That's going to be the first. You can get the Oscar shirt or you can get the Bubbles shirt. Unfortunately, we are currently out of large size Bubbles shirts. So if you're a large and you win, you're going to have to go with the Oscar shirt. Or if you win and I don't know. Yeah, that's just how it's going to have to be. So if you're a large, maybe you can suck it in and go to a medium, or maybe you can get an extra large and it can be the shirt that you sleep in every night, and Bubbles or the Oscars will keep you cozy at night. But anyway, that's going to be the first prize. The second prize that we're going to give away is a $25 gift card to where? Our website. Duh. $25 gift card that you can buy anything on our site. You can buy fish, you can buy food, you can buy whatever you want. I don't think you can use gift cards towards shipping, but maybe you can. So there you go. The whole website will be wide open to you. And then the third place, not third place, but the third giveaway that we're going to do, and I'm not telling you what order we're doing these in, so you have to stay here with us tonight. We're going to give away, not this one, because this is about a quarter of the way used, a can of Community Crave. Send it to you. We'll send it out tomorrow to whoever wins it. You won't get it tomorrow unless you're my neighbor. But it'll be sent out tomorrow and hopefully get to you early next week wherever you live in the United States. So a 20 ounce, the 3.5 ounce, sorry. The 20 ounce pellets are the same can as the 3.5 ounce flakes. So that's why I got confused. But the 3.5 ounce large can of Community Crave flakes, That's going to be one of the prizes, a $25 gift card and the shirt, whichever shirt you want, Bubbles or Oscars. Now, the first giveaway is going to be, well, I just said we're not going to do them in order. The shirt is going to be the same way as it was last week. We're going to go to the random comment picker. We're going to pick a comment from last week's stream. That's going to be how we select the winner of that giveaway. If the person is here for the stream, they are live in the chat, and they live in the United States, they'll win. It's as easy as that. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is comment. You can just comment anything, a period, doesn't matter, and you're automatically entered. Now, I know that some of you may have looked at the description earlier and said, oh, we have to go to that stream 2 weeks ago and comment on it. And oh, they're giving away another beta. That's awesome. Lisa made me aware of this a little bit ago. That's because when YouTube, when we set up a new stream, it says, do you want to reuse the settings from last week? Well, I don't feel like inserting all of the settings and all that kind of stuff. So I say, yeah, let's just reuse that. Well, that automatically copies over the description from last week. And that's why it was the same description as last week. And it was giving you the link to 2 weeks ago's live stream, 2 weeks ago's. But the right one is in the chat right now. That is the link to last week's live stream. Open it up in another window so you don't have to leave this one. And put your comment in there. You will be entered. Only one comment. If you put more than one comment in, you are a big fat cheater and you are not going to win. So that's how we're going to do the shirt giveaway. The gift card giveaway is going to be a trivia question. And it's going to be a KG Tropicals trivia question. That might get interesting. It's not an ego thing. It's more like, hey, if you've been following along with this channel for a long time, I've told a particular story probably 300 times. I've told this story on other live streams. I've told this story on podcasts before, not my own podcast and others. And I've told it on this channel, I don't even know how many times. If you've been following along, you know the story and you will know the answer to the trivia question. It's not something that you can Google. It would be very easy for me to say, okay, today's trivia question is who played blah, blah, blah in whatever movie. Well, it takes somebody 4 seconds to Google that. That's not fair. That's cheating. So instead, it's going to be a trivia question about me. I don't know. The last one is going to be very, very simple. I have a Sharpie. I have a piece of paper. I'm going to write a number on this piece of paper. And whoever guesses that number first is going to win. Those are always a lot of fun. And if we have 1,000 people in here like we did last week, that could get a little crazy. But we'll see what happens. So that's how the giveaways are going to work. And we will do those randomly throughout the show today. So few things to talk about for the website. We all know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow's the biggest shopping day of the year. Lisa and I are going to do a pretty big thing for our first Black Friday this go round. Since we restarted the website back up again back in July, we're going to do a 20% off kind of doorbuster sale like a lot of the stores do. If you go there between certain hours, it's this type of discount. The people are guessing numbers already. It's not time to guess those numbers, folks. That's going to be later. We're going to do, in fact, we're already doing that doorbuster 20% off everything on the website starts now. It just started at 9 p.m. when this live stream went live, and it's going to go until noon tomorrow. And then it's going to be 10% off again, site-wide, everything on the site until Monday night for Cyber Monday kind of thing. So that's what's going to happen, folks. People are putting numbers in. It's not time to guess numbers yet. Was I not clear about that? I thought I was clear about it. We're going to do that later on. Steamfot just guessed all the numbers. So I guess technically if we were doing it now, he would have won. But no, we're not doing that yet. Bob, stop it, you rascal. Knock it off. So yes, 20% off on the website right now, everything. Fish, whatever it is that you're getting, that's till tomorrow at noon. And then it's going to switch at noon tomorrow to 10% off all the way through Monday night, which is very, very exciting. And I know how this looks. I know how it looks because Corey just put something on his on the community page about how he finally got catappa leaves in stock. And I was like, oh man, I'm glad he's got them in stock. That's really cool. But we just got them in stock too. And so it looks like I'm chasing him, and I'm absolutely not. We did not get the same ones that he got. I've been looking for a supplier to be able to get them in bulk, break them up, not the leaves, but put them in packs and then sell them to you. We haven't been able to find one of those yet. They're out there. We just have to find them. So what we ended up getting was the Dennerley catappa leaves, 2 different sizes. These are the small leaves. These are the large ones. This pack here has 10 of the large leaves in it, and they're big. We actually use these. Lisa cuts them up, and that's what we use in our betta tanks, the ones that we sell to you. So every single tank has a little sliver of this in there. These are the big leaves, and then these are the smaller ones for your little nano tanks. So, Honey's jumping up on the table today and sees that Lisa's not here, so she's turning around and leaving. Shocker. There's probably a lot of people that came to watch the stream tonight and did the exact same thing. So yeah, the catappa leaves are on there. Finally, we've been after them for a while. It's a hard product to get. And so when we got it, we were really excited about it. And then Corey put up his post, and I was like, man, it's going to look like we're, but it's not like that, folks. Trust me. And believe me when I tell you, the quantities that we buy is nothing compared to what he probably has. So we'll be out of stock of them pretty fast. And then you can go over to his website and buy them because he'll have them and we won't. Because I'm sure he bought millions and millions of leaves, and we've just got what we got. We actually bought everything that the distributor had available, and it's still not all that many. So yeah, those are there now, but along with a whole lot of other stuff too. We have everything in stock. I don't know that there's anything out of stock right now. So very, very set up for Black Friday. So there you go. I wanted to mention something else. This is not about the website, but it kind of is, because it's going to impact the website in a big way. I got a call yesterday from Custom Aquariums, and my tank is on the way. Well, it's not leaving their shop until Monday, and it'll be on its way to us. Probably be here to us by the end of the week, I'm assuming. It's not like they put it on a UPS truck. This is a 1,200 pound crate with a 240 gallon aquarium on it. So it's not like they're throwing it in the back of a mail truck. So it's got to go on a big truck, and it'll be on its way here from Wisconsin. It's a pretty long trip. And so I'm hoping by the end of the week, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be set up next week, because Lisa and we've been doing a lot of brainstorming. We've been doing a lot of arguing. We rarely argue, and we didn't argue this time. I'm just saying I should say debating, excuse me. Let me turn this off. We were doing some debating between the two of us because our website and everything that's been going on with now selling the bettas and having the website be something that has taken off and is doing really, really well for us. We can't thank you enough for that. We're already kind of bursting at the seams. We've got 400 betta tanks right around the corner. Our garage is completely full of product. It's a madhouse in here. And so we started having the talk, well, this new tank is coming, and it's actually not good timing that it's coming, but we ordered this tank before we even knew we were going to be putting the website or doing all of that. So, this has been a long-term project, something we've been planning for a very long time. And it was before the website was even happening that we made the decision to get that. And so now it all comes to fruition. We've got this tank coming, and her and I started debating, what are we going to do? Because I'm a forward thinker. I like to look way, way down the line. I like to have a plan of what I'm going to be doing. And so we've been talking about how we're bursting at the seams. I mean, our garage, you can barely walk in there. We can only order a certain amount of product. Down here, we're going to be bringing that big tank down here and everything else. We've got the bettas down here. We've got the other stuff up in the garage. It's kind of crazy. what's going on right now. And we made a decision through lengthy debate. And this isn't even a 100% finalized decision, but I'm saying it anyway because I'm pretty confident that that we're going to do this. We're going to do the flip-flop of what we did almost a year ago when we moved everything down here. See, and that's what's funny about this. In February is when we actually officially moved everything down here. All the tanks in my office and my bobbleheads that you see right there. We moved all that down right around the first of the year. Put it all in videos and all of that kind of stuff. We had no idea at all that we were going to be doing what we're doing right now. The idea to start the website had not occurred to us. All we knew was we had a 1,400 square foot basement down here that had nothing in it. And our YouTube channel's doing really well. All the content we can create down there, it'll be wonderful. Let's move everything downstairs, kind of a no-brainer. And then the website happened, and now everything is just crazy. We basically got a couple of options. One, we can go rent a building somewhere, and it doesn't have to be today, but 6 months from now or so when we just can't stand it here anymore. We could move to a building and rent a building and pay a lot of money for that. Or we could move things around here, reorganize things here at the house and continue to operate it here and continue to do things the way we're doing, not have to increase prices or anything like that because our what am I looking for? Our expenses, how can I not think of that? Our expenses aren't going to increase. So we made the decision, we're going to move all of this back upstairs and move everything that's in the garage down here. So where that really complicates things is with the new tank, because the new tank's coming this week. I'm not going to get a bunch of bulldogs to come over here and help carry that tank down here and put it right there like we were talking about all along, just to come back a month later and bring it back up again and put it into the garage. That would be really stupid. So what we're going to try to do is organize this in a way where we can move this stuff back up to the garage and put the new tank in the garage at the same time. It's not going to be everything that is going to go up in the garage. The current 240 that we have is going to go up. Obviously the 360 is still there. That 75, Lisa's discus tank, and the new tank and a couple other tanks are going to go up there. I'm trying to convince her to let me take the 75-gallon Beta Sorority up, but she's fighting me on that one. But I think we're going to need the space. But we're going to move all those tanks back up to the garage. And I'm going to move my office up to the garage so that we can use all of this for the business. It's about 1,400 square feet down here. That is just wide open. I mean, we've only got 2.5 kids that live here now because one's in college most of the time. So we don't need this basement for anything. So we're going to use this to do what we're doing now and keep expenses low and just hold out as long as we can. And when the time comes where this is no longer good enough, then we'll have a decision to make that'll probably be very different than making the decision now. It'll be either, like I said before, rent a building outside of this house, or do what my neighbor's doing and build a building in our backyard. Not a fancy fish gallery like Joey has, nothing like that, but basically a warehouse building in our backyard. That's going to be the options. But you know what? I don't even want to think about that right now because we've got to do one project at a time. And so, yeah, it's going to be a crazy project. It's something that, we've got a business to run. So we've got to do it in stages to where everything is working properly. And but in the end, what we'll have down here is you'll probably never see down here, because why would you just want to look at shelves with product on them? You will see the betas, but upstairs, it's going to be very similar to the way it was before, but with different tanks. There'll be the 360, the two 240s, 125, 90, and 75, and maybe another 75. So it's basically going to be in the round, again, tanks all the way around the room, and the desk in the middle. That's where we'll stream from, and that's where we'll probably make a bunch of our videos from. So that's the plan. That's going to be going on. I don't have timelines for all of these things because it is an absolutely overwhelming project to even get started on, but we also need somewhere to put that tank. So we got to get going on this pretty quick. I will keep you posted on all of that as we go on. So there you go. Now, I got one more thing to talk about, and then we'll do the first giveaway. This is really, really exciting. There's a lot of perks to being a YouTuber. You end up meeting people that you would have never met otherwise. And years ago, geez, it must have been 2013, 2014, we met a man by the name of Paul Martin. I've talked about him so many times on this channel. There are things that are in this shot right now, like that mug right there that says KG Tropicals on it. There's a light right there that I should have turned on for this video, but it has to plug in for USB, and I just didn't think to plug that in. He has sent us KG Tropicals branded gifts just out of nowhere all the time, and it's wonderful. I don't know what we've done to deserve this man. He did something that he sent us a message the other day and said, I'm sending you a gift, and you're going to have to do a little bit of work to it when you get it. Okay, well, what kind of a gift is that? And now I know, I completely understand. Let me make sure I get it in the way that you can see it. So I'm assuming he had this made. I'm assuming he didn't make this himself, but maybe he did. I don't know. If you can't read it, it says keepfishkeeping.com. How awesome is that? I'm not going to hang it up down here because it would just get moved in a month or a couple of weeks or whatever upstairs. But this will be behind me on the wall. I'll probably paint it black because that'll make it stand out better. Isn't this just awesome? I mean, it's just beautiful. And it's really hard to show on video. So we're so lucky to know that guy. He has sent us way more things than we've sent him. I don't know what we've done to deserve him, but he's an awesome human being. And he's an awesome human being not because he sends us stuff. He's an awesome human being, period. I've had a lot of let's talk about life conversations with that man. He's a beautiful person, and that's not just because he has sent us stuff, but all kinds of stuff we've gotten from him, from mouse pads to shirts. If you remember that one that I wore that had the logos all over it, I still have it. Of course I do. And then a pillow. He sent us all kinds of stuff with our logos and stuff like that on it. It's just so amazing. He spoils us. I don't know how else to say it. So yes, Paul Martin, thank you, my friend, big brother. That's what I call him. Thank you. That's how you even think of this stuff. I don't even know. So now we've got a main topic today that we're going to do a giveaway before we do that. But this main topic is going to be a doozy. And it's probably good that, what's a perfect reminder? When I see Lisa's name pop up, I've got to, oh yeah, thank you, Candy. So today's main topic, we're going to do the giveaway first, but I want to kind of give you a little teaser of what the main topic is. There may have been others that have talked about this before, but I just found it for the first time, and I was shocked by it. We're going to talk about this. And let me tell you, I'm going to have some things to say about this. So I'll tell you where that, ow, God, I just hit my knee on the table leg. I will tell you where that came from. I will tell you how I feel about it. You know, I'll do that. So we'll get into that after we do this first giveaway. The first giveaway that we're going to do is going to be, I've got to get to it here because I'm not prepared. Last week I was all prepared and, oh geez, sorry. I've got to type this in here. Now, as far as this giveaway goes, there's no qualifications for this giveaway other than you got to live in the United States. And you got to be here to receive it. And you have to comment on last week's live stream. Go over there right now. If you haven't done it yet, you can go do it. It's still available to you. I know I've seen Candy a couple of times has put the link in there. thank you for that, Candy. I am going to copy the link now, and I'm going to go to the random comment picker, and I'll do just like I did last week. I'll give you a couple of minutes to get over there and get your comments in last second if you haven't done it already. If you're one of those rascals that tries to cheat the system and put multiple comments in, it's not going to work because the random picker won't pick somebody that put multiple comments in. And that's mean. You're a cheater and you wouldn't deserve to win anyway. So don't go over there and put 50 comments like Bob Steenfott would do to try to cheat the system. Let's face it, I adore Bob, but if Bob won, I wouldn't give him. It just wouldn't work. I would just say, no, I got to pick somebody else. And you know what? He would tell me to pick somebody else too. So I know Bob well enough to know that he would have no interest. I try to give that guy stuff and he won't let me do it. But anyway, I know he would not want it, but I could see Bob being one of those people that tries to do that because of what he just did here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that URL to that video, which was last week's live stream. I'm going to put it into the random comment picker, and that's where we're going to select the winner from. So if you haven't gotten them in yet, well, it's going to be too late here in just a couple of seconds. What we're giving away on this one is the shirt, whichever of the two shirts that you want from our website. We're out of Bubbles Large. So if you're a Bubbles Large, or if you're a large, you're not going to be able to get Bubbles. You're going to have to get Oscars. But if you are any other size, we've got you covered. We've even got child sizes. If you win and you want to give your child a Bubbles shirt, you can get that shirt for free. There you go. So, and shipping is included in that too. We're not, I mean, that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Yay, you want a shirt, but you have to pay us shipping. Does anybody do that? I don't think anybody does that. And I don't even know why I'm talking about it right now. So let me get to sharing my screen. There we are. Okay. So I will go, I believe you can still hear me. I certainly hope you can. Let me move this out of the way so that I can, where is it? Here we go. Can you all still hear me okay? I just want to make sure. It worked last week. It was no problem, but I just want to make sure that, how am I supposed to comment on a live chat that's over? No, you would put a comment on it like you would on any other video, not on the live thing. You know what I mean? So, okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, good. Now, let's open up the random comment picker. And you know, if you want to be technical about it, let's go ahead and go this way. You can see here, this is the stream from last week. I'm copying the link to that. And then we will come over here. I don't know why I do it this way. Like, people are going to say, you cheated. You know, what am I cheating for? It's not something that, you know, really even matters. So with this website, what you do is you put the URL to that video in there, and then you click get YouTube comments. And what it's going to do, it's going to register all of the comments. And I bet you it didn't have as many as last week's because we weren't giving away a fish. When you give away a fish, people tend to put a whole lot more comments. 487 people commented on last week's stream. I'm going to click this start button, and it's going to find somebody, and that's going to be who wins. As long as they are here tonight, if it's Bob Steenfott, I'm going to lose my mind. Minor Soto Carrillo. I don't know if that's going to be somebody that lives in the United States. That sounds like somebody that might be one of our friends from overseas, but we'll have to see if that individual is here and that individual lives in the United States. They are the official winner of the shirt, Minor Soto Carrillo. I'm pretty confident that I'm saying your name right. Let's look for that name before we, he didn't filter duplicates. Oh, no, I didn't, did I? Daggone it. I forgot even how to do that. I don't even remember how to do it. Hopefully, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. There he is. Or she. That could go either way. And I see an LOL. Is he LOLing before realizing that they just won the giveaway? Let's see. I know we are a few minutes behind. Sometimes it seems like a long delay. But let's see, Minor, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I hope I am. You need to let me know that you live in the United States. That would be kind of important. Bob loves to point out my flaws. Bob loves to point out when I do things wrong, and he likes to embarrass me on live streams, and it hurts my feelings a lot because I consider Bob a friend. And you know, Bob, friends aren't supposed to do that to each other. I'm waiting to see, and it's hard because I don't see. All I saw was Minor, I hope I'm saying the name right, said LOL, like, haha, I won, almost. Let me see if anybody has popped up through here. Hopefully the numbers don't drop off, folks. We're going to be giving away some other stuff here as we move on. Now I can't find it. So many people. It's crazy. Yes, I'm from New Jersey. Yes. Excellent. Email me, kgtropicals@gmail.com. Email me. We will get your information and we'll go from there. So yes, thank you. Awesome. Glad you're here. That's cool. Love it. Bob, thanks for pointing out my flaws. I'm going to have to start trolling your site or your streams now. You know, I don't point out flaws when you're on your stream. I support you. I'm there. I'm your biggest supporter, biggest fan. And then all you do is poop on me all stream long every week. No, I should take that back. He does that like the last 5 minutes of our stream every single week. So, okay. Enough talking about Bob Steenfott. Why would I waste any more time on that? So yes, thank you, Minor. I hope I'm saying your name right. And with the name Soto, what was the last name? I don't remember the last name. My favorite baseball player is Juan Soto. So you got a special place in my heart. In fact, there's a couple of bobbleheads of him right there. Anyway, can't wait for baseball to start back up again. Gonna do 2 more giveaways later on in the stream. We'll do one every half hour or so. So if you want a $25 gift card or a can of Extreme Community Crave, 3.5 ounce, which is the big, I mean, you can feed a lot of fish with that. Stay here and I'll give those away. Ooh, very soon. So this thing, let me tell you where this thing came from, because this one shocked me. And I wanted to talk about it last week, but, you know, we had the fish given away and all that kind of stuff. So the video that we did last week, that was the 10 beta types, I was really proud of that video. I got a lot of really good beta footage in that video. I got better. Anyway. I was really proud of that video, and it tanked. It didn't do well as far as from a numbers standpoint, but I was really proud of it, and I thought it was a good video. Lisa did a good job on it. There wasn't a whole lot of talking in the video, just showing beautiful fish. Betas are really hard fish to get good video footage of, and I wanted to set up something special. I said, you know what? We've got 400 fish over here. All of our favorites are in there. We can take a couple from each of our favorites and we can isolate them in a tank and get really good footage of them. And what I'll do is I'll go to Petco and I'll buy a little 2.5 gallon tank or maybe a 5 gallon tank or something like that. We'll put black all around it, background, sides, put a light on it, and that'll be our little studio for filming these fish to be in that video. I know we have a lot of tanks, but I don't know, for something about it, I just wanted a brand new tank. I wanted to set it up on its own. I didn't want to tear anything else down. So I had to go to Walmart, which is right next door to Petco. So it was one of those John's running errands type things. I said, I'm going to go to Walmart, get everything I need, and then I'm going to walk next door to Petco. I'm going to grab that tank and I'm going to go home, and then I'll have what I need to get that footage. But while I was in Walmart, I happened upon what you see in the thumbnail of this video. I happened upon a 5 gallon complete setup. Is it Aquaculture? It's a brand I had never heard of before. I think it's Aquaculture. I'm pretty sure that's what's on the thumbnail, right? It was a complete setup, 5 gallon tank. Yeah, Aquaculture. I didn't care about the light. I didn't care about the filter that it comes with, all the nonsense. I didn't care about all that. Really, all I wanted was the tank. But I'm sorry to say this, the complete setup there at Walmart was actually cheaper than a 5-gallon on its own at Petco. So I was like, hello, no brainer. I'm already here. I already got a cart full of stuff. I'm just going to grab that. And that's what I'll use to get the footage. And yay, I don't have to walk next door to Petco, because whenever I do that, I end up spending way more money than I'm supposed to. So I picked up this tank. I didn't even really look at it. I just looked at it. I said, I don't even need the light. I don't need the lid. I don't need any of it. I just want the tank, and it's got a 5-gallon tank in there. That's all I need. Didn't even pay attention. I looked at the box. I looked at the price. I said, there you go. So brought it home, and it sat for a little bit before I did anything with it. But I looked at the box, and when I saw what was on the side of that box, I said, oh, this is bad. This is bad for our hobby. This is bad not only for our hobby, but this is bad for fish. This box killed a lot of fish. So what did I do as the responsible YouTuber that I am, and someone that likes to spread as much information as I possibly can? I threw the box away. Yay, that's what any professional would do, right? But it was one of those brain farts. I wasn't even thinking. I threw the box away with a whole bunch of other stuff, taking a trip to the dump. But I did pull this out before I did that. And what this is a guide. I'm assuming that this aquaculture brand, maybe somebody in the chat already knows about this brand. I don't know. But it's apparent that this brand is either owned. Yes, Walmart's brand is aquaculture. They're not the best of quality, but the doing a pinch. Okay, yeah. That's what I assumed. Kind of like, what is it, Imagitarium? Is that how you say it? For Petco and Topfin for PetSmart. They all have their brands that are exclusive to them. They're manufactured for them. This one is obviously, they had a deal with Walmart because it says Walmart Fish Guide right here. And this is obviously something that was made prior to Walmart discontinuing the sale of fish, which I'm pretty sure they've done nationwide. I could be wrong. There could be some that are still selling fish, but I don't think they are. I think all Walmarts have gotten rid of them, and good, they should, especially if they're passing out this kind of a nonsense. So this is good, what they did, but it's also very bad. The concept of this is very good, because what you're giving people is a guide, a chart that can show them what can go with what and how many can go in. But the problem is the information is all just really bad. The concept is good, but the information is absolutely horrible. And it seems to me like what they've done here, because I remember when Walmart was selling fish, I remember going through there and seeing the fish that they sold, and it was always the same fish all the time. You wouldn't go in there and say, oh, that's new, I've never seen that. They always had the same fish. It was almost like just another product on the shelf. If you go even to the big box pet stores, you're going to see different stuff every time. It's not like that is the guppy tank. That's a tank for guppies right now, but when all those sell, it might have Plecos in it. It might have this in it or that. I remember Walmart being very methodical about those things. Like that tank right there is for Corridoras, and that's all that's ever in it. And that's all you'll ever see in that tank. At least that's how the Walmarts that I went into did it. And so it's very obvious that when they made this list, or when they made this chart here to help fish keepers, that it was made with fish on it that are the fish that they sell. So you're not going to see, I don't know. I can't think of a fish because it's Thanksgiving and I'm still full and it's late and it's whatever. But you're not going to see anything other than this when you go to Walmart. Now, the box said some weird things on it. It said things like, use the included water conditioner to fill up your tank. Fill up your tank, put this into the tank, the water conditioner, start up your filtration, wait 24 hours, and then return to Walmart to purchase your fish. I don't think that says it. I don't think it says it on here, but it said that on the box. Like, it's basically, and this I guess this could actually be looked at as a good thing, because you're letting people know before they even purchase the product. They're looking at the box. You're going to take this home, you're going to set it up, and then you're going to come back tomorrow and put fish in it. Now, I could do that, and you could do that. There's 815 crazy people in here right now that are crazy fish people. We're all nuts. We could probably all do that. But brand new fish keepers shouldn't. And you know that as well as I do. So to give that kind of information to somebody, hey, just go home, set it up, no big deal, let it run overnight, come back tomorrow and buy your Balasharks for your 5-gallon tank or your common Plecos for your 5-gallon tank, and you'll be fine. So that's the first bit of bad information that was on there. All of this, everything that we're going to talk about here tonight has corporate greed written all over it. And you know what? I'm a business owner. I've been a business owner since 2004. I understand. I don't begrudge anybody the opportunity to make money. I don't look at anybody. I don't ever call anybody a sellout. I don't do any of that. I say, hey, good on you. If you can make $1, make $1. So I'm not one of those people that gets upset when you hear Mike Trout signed a $450 million contract to play baseball. That doesn't bother me, because that's what he's worth in the baseball world. It doesn't bother me to hear YouTubers making millions of dollars. And I say, good for you. Get it. Go do it. So I understand all of that. And I would never begrudge anybody of an opportunity to make money. But sometimes things cross the line. And this is definitely one of those, because you're selling living things and you're doing it with a lot of really piss poor information. And it's all done out of greed. And that bothers me. So why is this list so bad? I looked everywhere today, Thanksgiving Day. I know, last minute, but I looked everywhere to try to find this chart online, and I absolutely could not find it. What I would love to have been able to do was put this up on the screen so that you can read it with me. There's not a whole lot to read, but there is quite a bit to look at. What we have on this chart, I'm going to try to show it to you as good as I can. How do you do this? Jeez. So this chart has 4 different environments for fish. You've got cold water environment, which would be your goldfish, which would be Blackmore, comet or common goldfish, and orandas, and common Plecos. Those would be on the cold water environment chart. Then tropical community environment. I'm not going to read all of the fish that are on here. You probably know the fish that are on here. It won't take long. Mollies, Danios, Guppies, Sharks, which would be Balasharks. Didn't we talk about those last week? Anyway, Tetras, kind of a wide range there, but Gouramis, Barbs, Angels, Platies, Rainbows, Swordtails, Silver Dollars, Dragon, Scissortail, again, Pleco, common Pleco, picture of a common Pleco, and Corridoras. Every single fish on this I would agree with, and so would you. They are all community tropical fish. There's no misinformation there. And except for, common Plecos, they can survive in anything. They can survive in your toilet on Thanksgiving Day. So I guess I'm not going to really fight anybody for saying common Plecos are cold water. I will fight you if you put your common Pleco in the toilet on Thanksgiving Day. But anyway, this is not where the bad information is, except for the dragonfish. Come on, that's so gimmicky that they were selling that fish. Then you have the cichlid environment. Obviously, Walmart sold Imbunas. They've got a picture of a Socolify or blue, the Socolify, you know what I'm talking about. And then the yellow labs, beautiful. Can't wait to put those in my 240-gallon tank. And then common Pleco again, and Pictus catfish. I've had plenty of common Plecos with cichlids. I'm not going to argue with that. But there is a common theme here that what they're telling you is common Plecos can go with everything. And it's kind of true. And then you have the other cichlid environment, which would be Oscars. I guess that's the only cichlids that they sold that were not of the African variety. Pictus cat again, and Plecos again. So the Pleco made it to every single one of these. They're basically telling you Plecos can go in any tank. And I'm not going to argue there because common Plecos can. They're not going to really attack other fish. But here's where we have a problem. Because what they've done is on the bottom of this, and you probably can't even see it. I guess you can. I got a pretty good webcam. You're not going to be able to read the fine print on it. But what they have here to answer the number one question that's ever asked to anybody who even knows anything about fish, the number one question is always, how many? How many of this can I put in a tank? How many of that can I put in a tank? That question has probably been asked 44 times already in the chat just during this live stream. It is the most common question out there. So what they did was answer that. But how did they answer that? I will tell you. Let's fold it in half. It'll be easier to manage. 5-gallon tank. You're not going to be able to see this, so you're just going to have to trust me that I am giving you the proper numbers that are on here. 5-gallon tank, your temperature range for cold water environments is going to be 68 to 72. Yeah, sure, that's fine. In the 5-gallon tank, though, you're going to want to have a maximum of 2 fish in there. So you go ahead to Walmart and buy you 2 Blackmores, or maybe a Blackmore and an Aranda, and go ahead and take those home and put them in your 5-gallon tank. Is there anybody in this chat right now that's okay with that? Probably not. Oh, and by the way, yeah, you can totally put a Pleco in there too. That's no problem. Maximum number of cold water fish is 2. For the cichlids, or no, wait a minute. They don't recommend that you put cichlids in a 5-gallon tank. Thank you. But for the tropical community environment, they put a total of 5. Now, we're not dealing with something that's too bad. I mean, 5 community fish in a 5-gallon tank. You put a couple of guppies, you put a couple of mollies, a couple of platies, swordtails. I'm not even going to argue with you there. But what did they include on their list? And nobody's going to look at this. Angelfish, bala sharks, common plecostomus, dragonfish. Does anybody like those dragonfish? I mean, we've had one. Our 17-year-old who was 6 at the time picked it out. It was a cool fish, but anyway. You're going to put those in a 5-gallon tank? Come on, Walmart. This is why you're not selling me fish anymore. You never sold me fish, but you're not selling anyone fish anymore. This is telling you that not only can you put common plecos or angels in a 5-gallon tank, but you can put 5 of them in there. Sam Walton is rolling over in his grave. Actually, he's probably rolling over in his grave because they're not selling fish anymore. Hey, he's a businessman. He wants to make money. Let's move on to 10-gallon. In a 10-gallon tank with the cold water environment fish, it is perfectly acceptable. This is according to Walmart, not according to me. You can put 4 goldfish in there. You ever seen a 10-gallon tank? I'm sorry, it must be cat hair. My nose is itching. You ever seen an Aranda full grown? You gonna put 5 of those in a 10-gallon tank? Or wait a minute, no, 4, excuse me. In a 10-gallon tank, you gonna put 4 of those in there? No. Are you gonna put 10 tropical fish? Sure. Some platies, some guppies, some barbs. But when you start talking about plecos and angelfish, it's the same story over and over and over again, folks. I'm not lost. I'm just trying to say it's the same thing. Bala sharks, have you seen how big they can get? 12, 13 inches. You're going to put those in a 10-gallon tank? Not only put them in a 10-gallon tank, but you're going to put 10 of them in there? Are you kidding me? This is real. I didn't make this. This came in a box with an aquarium. 20-gallon. This is where cichlids are introduced. Now, we're not talking about Shelleys. We're not talking about dwarf ambunas like demasoni. We're talking about Imbunas, regular old Imbunas. And we're talking about common Plecos, and we're talking about Pictus catfish, which they don't get big, but for the goldfish, you can put 7 of them in a 20-gallon tank. Now, there are a ton of goldfish people on YouTube that will tell you 20-gallon minimum for a fancy goldfish. Now, I personally, I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm not a goldfish expert. I love goldfish. You can see some of them right there. They're pretty good size. I don't agree with even 1 in a 20-gallon, but this one's telling you can put 7 of them in there. Or if you're feeling a little frisky, you can put 2 Blackmores, 2 Comets, 2 Orandas, and a common Pleco in your 20-gallon tank. Can you imagine this? I mean, there's a lot of people that wouldn't even want to put 7 guppies in a 20-gallon tank. But now we get interesting. 20. So basically, it's based on the gallons is what they're doing. The community fish, you can put 20 in a 20-gallon tank. And again, now we're starting to get where it does get a little tight. 20 guppies, I don't think that would be a huge problem. 20 gouramis in a 20-gallon tank? 20 scissor tails? 20 angels? Or how about 19 angels and a common Pleco? Can you imagine that in a 20-gallon tank? Breeders don't even use 20 gallons to raise their fry. And don't start talking to me about, well, breeders use 20 gallons to breed them. Yeah, but that's not their permanent home. That's where they go to lay eggs. You know what I'm saying. But you can also put, this is where things get real shaky. 7 cichlids, or the combination of the cichlid environment. You can put 6 African cichlids, which would be Imbunas. Here they've got Saccolify and Yellow Labs, and a Pleco, common Pleco in a 20-gallon tank. They want you to put common Plecos in everything from Walmart. I'm surprised this one doesn't have like a 1-gallon Superior Betta Home, and go ahead and put your common Pleco in that too. It's ridiculous. The Oscar, no, the cichlid environment, that is the other category, which was all they sold was Oscars, I guess. You can put 3 of them. Go ahead and put 3 of those in your 20-gallon tank. 3 Oscars. I know this is going to seem like a broken record, and I'm going to try to go through these as quick as I can, but 29-gallon, you can put 10 goldfish in a 29-gallon tank. 30 community fish. You saw that coming, didn't you? So you can go ahead and put 29 angels and a common Pleco, or maybe 25 angels, 4 bala sharks, and a Pleco in a 30-gallon tank, 29-gallon tank. 10 African cichlids in a 29-gallon tank. Now, there's a lot of 29-gallon tanks. We used to even have them that have 10 Imbunas in them, and they're perfectly fine. So I'm not going to argue that all that much. It's tight, especially when they get full grown. But if you know what you're doing and you're taking care of the tank, you can get away with having 10 Imbunas in a 29-gallon tank. I don't want you to do it, but you can do it. We did it for breeding. So I'm not even going to argue with that all that much. But that doesn't take into account the Pleco that they're saying is perfectly fine in a 20-gallon tank, 29. But anyway, moving on. 4 Oscars. Go ahead and put 4 Oscars in your 29-gallon tank. 55-gallon, you can put 20 goldfish. 20 Orandas, 20 Blackmores, 20 common Plecos. Put them in your 55-gallon tank, no problem. Don't anybody isolate this and put it up on a video too, as if this is what I'm saying. That's why I'm holding this up here, so nobody can accuse me of that. 55 community fish. It's pretty obvious at this point, right? I mean, I've said it a couple of times already. They're basically saying a gallon per community fish. And I don't think that's outrageous, but 55 in a 55-gallon tank, that's a bit outrageous, especially when you consider the filtration that they include with these tanks is like not very good. 20 African cichlids, and you can go right ahead. According to this chart, not according to me, you can put 7 Oscars in a 55-gallon tank. Or go ahead and put you 4 Oscars and 3 common Plecos in a 55-gallon tank. Now, I knew a guy, I've known a guy my whole life. Actually, met him in 10th grade, and he's been one of my best friends ever since. I was in his wedding. I was the best man in his wedding. He's a dear friend of mine. I would die for this man. And for our entire childhood, he had a Pleco in a 55-gallon tank. And he's the one that I've told you the stories before where I had a friend that just let his tank go and just turned everything off, and it stunk really bad, and the water just evaporated. He thought he took the fish out and gave them away. But when he went to actually remove the tank from the bedroom, there was about that much water in it left, and there was still a Pleco in there, and it was still perfectly fine. That was a 55-gallon tank. A lot of people that put common Plecos in a 55. I'd rather see them in a 55 than a 5-gallon, like they're saying that you can do here. But that's still, folks, you know that's not right. A 55-gallon for a common Pleco, it's not right. It's okay in the beginning, but it's going to get a bit ridiculous as we go on. We will return to this in just a second. I'm going to ask you the trivia question now. See, it's good. We're almost at the 900 mark. Call your friends. Oh, there it is, 905. I was going to say call your friends. When we get over 900, that's when we'll do the next giveaway. But we're over 900 now, so we'll do it now. If you have only been following this channel for a couple of weeks, you're probably going to be upset at this trivia question because you probably haven't heard this story yet. But this is for the true KG Tropicals followers. And this is a tough one. And I'm going to be really impressed with anybody that answers this. I'm not so egotistical that the only trivia questions I can come up with are questions about myself. But it's my show, and that's what I'm doing. I've told this story hundreds of times about how my boss, when I was 19 years old, called me up and said, hey, meet me over at this fish store. This was the first fish store. It was a pet store. It wasn't a fish store. It was a full-line pet store. He was going to buy his fish for his new 180-gallon tank. The only person I ever knew that had a 180-gallon tank up to that point. I mean, he was buying fish for his, and for some reason he wanted me there. And I went there, and it was there that at the back of the store, I saw the silver arowanas and I saw a lionfish. And that is what drew me in to keeping fish. What's the name of that pet store? You didn't see that coming. You thought I was going to say, what was the fish that I saw? I've done that already. And people said, it's an arowana. Done that one. What was the name of the pet store that I went to that made me fall in love with fish keeping for the first time? If you answer this, I am going to be impressed. Now, for my friends that are watching overseas, somebody actually just commented, good morning. So obviously we've got some friends that are overseas. I don't know where Walmart is and where they're not. I'm assuming they're worldwide. I'm assuming they're everywhere. It was not Petland or King George Tropicals. That would have been my store. That would have been weird. Wow, here they come. Somebody has to get it. It's not PetSmart. It's not Petland. House of Tropicals. No, that's my favorite store. But that's not the one that I'm talking about. PetSmart, House of Tropicals, Petland, Congressional Aquatics. Everybody's saying Petland. What's Petland? Never even heard of that. Is that like a big box store somewhere? That fish place. No, it's not that. I would love to go there. That's the one in New Jersey, right? Dave Hale, I think, owns that. All right, I'm going to start throwing out little hints. And I tell you what I'm going to do because I know, I don't even know if Lisa knows the name of this store. I'm going to text her right now in case she sees it and I don't. I'm texting her the name just in case she doesn't remember. Okay, Petland is in Canada. No, I didn't go to Canada. If my boss told me to meet him in Canada to look at fish, I'd have said, sorry, I got too much going on. I wish it was Aquarium Co-op, but again, that's practically Canada and all the way across the country from me. Wow, I thought, as difficult as this question is, I still thought there'd be some people that that would have known it. But Acme Fish Company. I love Bob Steenfott. I really do. I just don't know what to do with that guy. I'm starting to get disappointed. Schools of Fish, good answer, but no, that's not it. Exotic Aquatics, no. Pets Plus, no. We don't have those here. Fish Safari, no. Wow, nobody's going to get it. And that's unfortunate. Nova Tropicals, no. Nova Tropicals is only about not even a year old, and we're talking about 1993 when this happened. If you grew up in the Woodbridge area, it was the place to go back then. Jungle Aquatics, no, that's Virginia Beach. I think that's where Lisa was a couple of weeks ago. I don't think anybody's going to get it. Nobody's going to get it, and that's disappointing. I thought people would know. And listen, here's what's going to happen here, folks, because what people are doing is they're just putting anything. If you don't know, don't put anything, because I'm going to end up missing somebody who does get it. There's got to be somebody that gets it. Courtney Johnson, good guess, but no. Azalea Aquariums is in Richmond, Virginia, and this was in Woodbridge, Virginia. Y'all can start. You can start Googling aquarium stores in Woodbridge. I'm just giving you ways to cheat. It's not there anymore, but it probably still would come up. It's not Beltway. Nope. They're in Maryland, not Woodbridge, Virginia. Okay. I don't even know. I haven't seen Lisa's name pop up. Lisa, are you with us here? Because I'm going to need to look away because I can't look at, all right. I'm going to give it another minute. And if nobody guesses it, I'll try to think of another trivia question. Oh my goodness. Jenny Lynn got it. Did you Google it, Jenny? If you did, I don't care because I was waiting for so long. Jenny Lynn got it, and then Candy got it after her. But I don't know if Candy was guessing for the giveaway. Jenny Lynn guessed Creatures and Critters. That is the name of the pet store. It was an amazing store. I loved that place. And like I said, they were a full line pet store. They sold birds, reptiles. They sold everything. And it was an amazing, amazing place. And unfortunately, they shut down in like 98 or something. And which is unfortunate. There was a Petco that opened like right down the road. And back then, if Petco moved into town, everybody else was out. And that sucks. But that's what happened. So Jenny Lynn, email me. kgtropicals@gmail.com. Others have guessed since then, and I'm sorry, but it's already been claimed. Creatures and Critters. So excited about that. But I do want to shout out Jason Salinas. Did you Google it? Did anybody Google it? Because I think it is on Google. But whether you Google it or not, I don't care. Creatures and Critters. I've told that story a million times. So if you've been watching me, then you know that I did that. Now everybody's going to start typing that so that I shout them out. But anyway, so that was exciting. So anyway, Jenny Lynn, email me. Also, was it Minor Soto something or other? Email me, and I'll make sure that I send those out. All I have to do is send what was that? That was for the gift card, the $25 gift card. Yep. And the last one will be for this, and we will do that at the end of the stream. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that it's going to be. So, and let's make sure, Jenny Lynn, hopefully you live in the United States, but things are going a little bit. Oh, she lives in Florida. Cool. There you go. Nice. So yeah, exciting about that. Thank you for that. Thank you people for sticking around for it. We're going to give away a can of this in a minute, so don't go anywhere. This right here, folks, what we were talking about earlier, my throat hurts. I've been talking so much. This is an abomination. And I'm not being a stuck-up fish know-it-all, fish police kind of thing. This is a chart from Walmart that is saying that it's perfectly acceptable to put 2 common Plecos in a 5-gallon tank, or even, 5 in a 5-gallon tank, because they have the common Pleco listed as a tropical community environment fish. Walmart's not the only one that does this. Lisa has pointed it out to me multiple times that there are manufacturers, which I'm not going to name because I don't feel like starting any wars. I don't care about aquaculture because I don't even know anything about them. There's other manufacturers that are doing this too. There's companies that are selling 5-gallon starter kits, and the box has a photo of the 5-gallon tank on it with like fancy goldfish and stuff like that in it. And the goal there is to get the child that's walking through. It's not for adults, folks. It's to get the child to walk through and see that and say, "Mommy." And then next thing you know, they're taking home that tank and they're following the directions. They're going back 24 hours later and they're putting a goldfish in there. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the reasons why this is a bad thing because I think we all know that this is a bad thing. I want to point out a reason why this is bad that you might not have thought of. Our website's called keepfishkeeping.com, right? Our mission is to keep people in this hobby. And if you're somebody that goes by the book and you buy a 5-gallon tank, and according to that 5-gallon chart, the 5-gallon tank can have 2 fancy goldfish in it, and you put those fancy goldfish in it, and then some know-it-all like me comes over to your house one day and you say, "Hey, look at my beautiful fish tank, and I've got Huey and Dewey in there. Aren't they adorable?" And that person begins to chew you out because you have these beautiful fish in such a tiny aquarium. What's that going to do? That's going to frustrate you. That's going to make you feel like you're a bad person. That's going to make you feel like you're an animal abuser, and you might bail. And that kind of defeats the purpose of what Lisa and I are trying to do, doesn't it? We're trying to keep people in this hobby, and that does the exact opposite. Obviously, there is the angle of it's torturing the fish. It's torturing the plecos. Plecos have to be the most tortured, other than goldfish, the most tortured fish in this entire hobby. The argument I would make would be goldfish, bettas, common plecos. Bing, bang, boom. Those are the 3 most tortured animals in this hobby, and some catfish and Oscars. And I could go on and on and on. But when you find out that you've been torturing an animal, if you're somebody like me that loves animals, and you find out that you're torturing these poor things, some people are going to go, "Oh, I didn't realize that. Let me go buy a tank that's 10 times the size. Yay, that's great." But a lot of people are going to go, "Well, screw that. That's too much money. If I'm going to buy a 55-gallon tank, I'm going to have to buy a stand because you're not going to put that on the bookshelf. It's going to weigh a lot of money. It's going to make a lot of noise. It's going to cost a lot of money to put all the chemicals in it and all of this stuff. It's too much. I'm out." Or I'm just going to leave them in there and I'm just going to let them live forever in a 5-gallon tank. There's so many things wrong with this. To me, it's similar to if a restaurant was to make a dish that every single person that ever ate that dish got explosive diarrhea, and they still just continue to serve that to everybody. Like, well, we make money on it. Every time we sell that dish, we make $12. So got to keep the lights on, got to make as much money as we can. We got to buy that new Lexus. We got a life to live. We got to make as much money as we can. I don't care if it gives people diarrhea. This just, they end up getting dehydrated and die because they were elderly and infirmed, and it doesn't matter. Give them the diarrhea food. No big deal. We got to make our money. It's the same kind of a thing. I don't care that these animals are being tortured. I got to make my money. We got employees to feed. We're Walmart. We got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of employees to feed. We got benefits to pay. We got to make our money. And that bothers me. Like I said earlier, I don't have a problem with people making money. I don't have a problem with people capitalizing on whatever it is that they're doing and making a lot of money at it. Doctors make a lot of money. I don't care. You do something well, you make a lot of money at it, I'm super happy for you. But when you start torturing animals, and when you start preaching that it's perfectly acceptable to do that, and you're doing that so that people come back to you 24 hours later and spend their hard-earned money to buy these animals to take them home and torture them, that I have a problem with. That crosses the line for me. And thankfully, if you're one of my friends from overseas and you don't have Walmarts over there, You may not know this. They do not sell fish anymore, but they're still selling this because I just bought one the other day and it was like $20 for a complete setup, piece of garbage, complete setup for a 5-gallon tank. The tank was fine, but the filter was a joke and the LED light is like that big. I'll tell you what I did with that light. I got a Crafty and I took tape and I taped that LED light to a lid for one of our little betta tanks. And I used that to put on the tanks when I do videos for the website. So that light came in handy, but those tanks are 4 inches wide. So that shows you how micro the little light is that comes with that tank. And the filter is a joke and it's silly. It's worth $20. But they're still selling all of that. And they still sell all of the other aquaculture branded stuff. Maybe it's leftover from before. I don't know. But at least they're not selling fish anymore. I would be curious to know if any Walmarts are selling fish anymore. I'm pretty sure it's an across the board thing that they're not doing that, but I don't know. So, okay. Let me get through a couple of super chats here real quick because they've been coming in and I've been rude. I've been running my mouth. I don't have Lisa here to say, hey, dummy, don't forget the super chat, people. So definitely want to do that real quick. If you are someone that super chatted early and I didn't get the chance to thank you for it, I apologize, but hopefully you can understand. I've been running my mouth a lot and it's been a crazy night. Kaler's Aquatics came in and Boss Hog came in at the 1 and 2 minute mark of the live stream, and they both pooped on me. Thank you for that. I deserve that. UPS are living the dream, re-upped her channel membership. I know she's been a member in the past, so thank you for rejoining the team. Fishroom Fever pooped on us like he always does. He'll be streaming after me, I think. James, are you still on tonight? I don't know. I haven't messaged him. He hasn't messaged me. I don't know if he's still streaming tonight, but he'll tell you in the chat if he is. He might be smart and took the day off on Thanksgiving. I don't know. Lisa NJ also joined the team, may have rejoined. I'm not sure. I don't recognize the name, but welcome to the team. Stephen P. 2003 with the $5 gravy burps. Lisa made this dish today that was amazing. And I'm going to actually ask her to continue putting this in the rotation. It was little Vidalia onions in a cheese sauce. You want to talk about stinky burps, but wow, they were so good. And then the stuffing had big chunks of crispy onions. It was an onion feast today. So I'm probably not going to be doing a whole lot of smooching with Lisa tonight because woo, both of us. But yeah, a lot of onions consumed and quite a bit of gravy too. So yeah, gravy burps for sure. Justin Scott became a member. Welcome to the team. Fish Tank Barn. Mike, did you get your fish? You never answered me. And he says, thanks. Happy Thanksgiving, John and Lisa. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my friend. Danny P became a member. Lots of new members today. Reed Shoemaker also pooped on us. Lots of people pooping on Thanksgiving night. That's just what we do. We ate a bunch. We watched football. We hung out with family and we poop. That's what we do on Thanksgiving. And we whine and complain about Walmart. I love Walmart. Go to Walmart all the time. There's things they do that I don't like. Our kid works at Walmart. I mean, you know, but I don't like that. There's a lot of things Amazon does that I don't like. It's actually not Amazon. It's people selling on Amazon. But anyway, you can find flaws in everything, but I still use those places. Walmart's right down the street. You can get anything there. Anyway, Hannah Fowler, help. My beta has swim bladder issues, I think. He's sinking to the bottom of the tank and can't swim straight. I've tried Epsom salt. Suggestions. Love watching your videos. Epsom salt would have been the very first thing that I would have suggested with lots and lots of water change. My water changes. That was put in at 9:18. My hope is that Lisa saw that and she walked you through that because she's dealt with that before. But that's exactly what I would suggest. Epsom salt, get that loosened up, let them pass it, and water changes. That's where I would go. MOOP455 became a new member. Welcome to the team. Stephen Early says, thank you. Hey, thank you. I hope you're still here. It's been an hour since you put that in. So these people are spoiling us, and I don't even know why. Catwoman VA is another person that spoils us regularly. PetSmart BF Sales was torn by BW. It's late. What's BW? Marineland 220 and Fluval 207. Okay, torn between the Marineland 220 and the Fluval 207/307 for a 40 breeder. For 3 fancy goldfish aquaponics setup, went with the 220 after stacking discounts. I'm sorry. Got it for $53. Your video helped me decide. I am a fan of both of those filters. I go against Bob Steenfott in every way when it comes to canister filters. I'm a fan of the 7 series from Fluval. I'm a fan of the Marineland series. I've got a 407 on that tank right there. And another 407 back there. I'm a big fan of the 407s. But I also have the Marineland, I forget, what are they called again? I don't remember. But I was also a fan of that. And I'm assuming you're talking about the review video I did for that. Spoke very highly of it, and I meant every word of it. I like that filter. So glad you got such a good deal. $53, that's ridiculous. And I'm glad I was able to help. Furloughs Aquatics, another person that regularly spoils us. Happy Thanksgiving, John and Lisa. The only time I can say that instead of Happy Thursday. Yes, that's what he says every Thursday. Happy Thursday. Okay. I'm thinking of a number. I have a blank piece of paper. See this? Blank piece of paper. Thinking of a number. This is going to be kooky. This is going to take a while. We got 11 minutes left. Somebody's going to get it. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. 782. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 782. I probably shouldn't do this because this is going to go crazy. No, I'm not going to do that. You know why? Because people will go 1, 2, 3. No, they can't do that because it's slow mode. A number between 1 and 782. I'm writing it right here, and I'm going to take the microphone away so you can't hear how many times the Sharpie hits the page. There it is. I wrote the number down. So, and I am going to text the number to Lisa, and hopefully she can watch for it. This was a bad idea. This was a really bad idea. Maybe Lisa, you could send that to Candy. Great for engagement, you know, but this was a horrible idea. Look at it. Look, and it's, you know why those are hidden? You might not be able to see them, but I can, because people are putting in every single number in the world, and that doesn't work. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much of a disaster this was. But somebody got close. Okay, I'm going to look away here for a minute. Let's get back to this if we can. Hopefully Lisa's watching. This is crazy. What a stupid idea this was. What a stupid idea. Probably would make sense to do this, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but if there was like 30 or 40 people watching, I think this was a great way to do a giveaway. But when there's almost 800 watching, this is a bit insane. But this is the way my brain works. And what have I done? Lisa and the Cult Jam with Full Force. Grateful for everything I've learned since subscribing to you and Lisa. So you put Lisa with this Lisa, and you have Lisa, and the Cult Jam with Full Force. Yep, I'm a child of the 80s. Mattman B pooped on us just like everybody else did tonight. Melissa Jeswald, happy Thanksgiving. Someone sold me 3 common Plecos for a 29-gallon tank. Yeah, it happens all the time. I mean, it's a common thing. Fish stores need to make money. I get it. I understand that. But geez, come on. When you're torturing animals, you're promoting torturing animals. That's where it has to draw the line. I think most mom and pop stores would not do that, But the big box stores, they definitely would. And it's unfortunate. So let's see. Where did we skip to? We skipped all over the place. That is not good. Wow. It skipped all the way to the bottom. First time watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Slow Cloud Orca. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my friend. Karen Hyatt. I hope I'm saying that right. Also pooped on us from New Zealand. She pooped on us. Thank you for pooping on us all the way from New Zealand. What's it, like 20 something hours to fly all the way there? I looked at that the other day for fun, not thinking about going. And I said, nope, won't be going there. Not spending all that much time on a plane unless it was like first class Concorde. I could get up and walk around and, then maybe I would, but I could never sleep on a plane. So that would be a problem. Justin Scott with the $5. He just says, hi, Justin. Rach, I'm going to assume it's Rach. I hope that I'm saying it right, and gave us the big pair thumbs up. Thank you for that. Kaler's Aquatics pooped again. He's pooping all over the stream tonight. Mandy Boyd became a new member. Welcome to the team. Fish Room Fever streaming and more giveaways. Yeah, see, he gets it. The giveaways, people like giveaways. It's nice. It's the holiday season. Give stuff away. Everybody wins. It's a beautiful thing. Metalhead Prime. Definitely like that name with the $5. Sorry, I'm late. Food coma. I understand. Believe me, I understand. And if you're a metalhead, that makes it even worse. Modus Beast became a new member. Welcome to the team. Black Label Carling. Flowers for Lisa. Carling ordered a whole bunch of fish from us this week, folks. She tied the record with Lefty Lots of Numbers and ordered 7 fish from us, which was nuts. Thank you so much, Carling. You've become a huge part of this channel, like so many others, but you spoil us. Ben Leopold, sup? John, happy Thanksgiving, and I'd love to know if it would be all right to do a fish room tour for members only, me and my mom, and making the room look good. Are you talking about one where we tour your fish room? We are going to get back into that, I promise. So email me and we can talk about it. kgtropicals@gmail.com. Priscilla MK Art says game over. It's not over yet. We still got 6 more minutes left, and hopefully somebody gets this number. We'll have to see. I still keep peeking over there, and I haven't seen anybody get it yet. Oh, my throat is a disaster tonight. Oh. All right. Listen, folks. Let me see. Lisa, nobody got it yet, right? So the number, this is going to make it easier. Somebody's going to win, is between 200 and 300. That's going to help. That narrows it down, right? It's going to help a lot of people. Justin O'Kelly, do you have another YouTube? I do, but it's not something that you're going to want to pay attention to. I didn't start. I had another channel a long time ago. It was called KG Woodworks, and I wanted to do a woodworking channel, and I still miss that. I would still love to do that. If I ever get to the point where I'm not working 100 hours a week, then maybe I would do it. But I decided to, rather than upload all of the videos that we use for our website, you might not be aware of this, we put every single fish that we sell has its own video that we upload to the website. We do that through YouTube. I did not want to clog up the KG Tropicals channel with all of those videos, so I've started putting those on the KG Woodworks channel, and I renamed that channel Keep Fish Keeping Fish Videos, I think. And it has the Bubbles avatar. There's no reason to subscribe to it, folks. Seriously. All of the videos are unlisted. So there's really no reason to subscribe to that. If you want to, for whatever reason, maybe you just like seeing Bubbles in your subscription feed. I don't know. But we do have that. And then I also had a vaping channel for quite some time that died when the government took over the vaping industry, unfortunately. Loved that channel very much. Whitney Nealon with the $5, laughing at all the numbers. Please answer a question someone asked. Can you put 2 bettas in 1 tank? We answered, but I guess Alex wants your answer. The answer is going to be no if it's males, unless you want them to fight to the death. You're not going to want to do that. And that applies to males and females, meaning to males, they fight to the death. a male and a female, they might breed, but they might also fight to the death. And 2 females, you can get away with it. Oh, I see it. I see it. Unless somebody got it before this person. Lisa, I don't know if you're still with me, but I see that somebody has the number and then somebody else guessed the number. So let me scroll back through here real quick and just make sure that nobody else got it. A lot of people, after I said it's between 200 and 300, a lot of people still guessing in the 300s, which is weird. I don't see it. Waiting on Lisa to answer. Did I lose Lisa? Nope. There's another one before them. Okay. So I got the number there. All right. I'm going to keep that frozen there. Hopefully Lisa will text me and let me know. Lisa, you helping me out here tonight? Kaler's Aquatics took 5 dumps on us, which makes it a total of 7 poops on us tonight, and paid $25 to do that. This is a guy that really likes pooping on us, folks. Likes it a lot. He just sees us as people worthy of pooping on all the time. Mainly Bettis says, Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. And you are going to see your comment along with several others on this week's video. I'm pretty sure you were on the one 2 weeks ago too, weren't you? But you're going to see it this week too. The 10 things video that's coming up. Is that the right one, Lisa Marie? She did text me. Let me see. Maybe there's one even before. I'm just going to go with what Lisa says. And people can fight it out. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Here we are, folks. Mainly Bettis, you'll see your comment this week on the 10 things video. It is going to be the top 10 meanest fish according to our channel members. Here's the number. I can't see myself right now because there we go. 211. And after I wrote 211, I wanted to change it to 311 because I like that band. And I don't care if you want to make fun of me for liking that band. I like 311. Come on. I like a lot of different bands. So there you go. And according to Lisa, and I believe her because of course I do, Jessie Bell was the first person to guess that number. I did see it come through a couple times, but I wasn't watching it the whole time, and they were way down towards the end. If you are someone who also guessed 211, you didn't do it before Jessie Bell, because Jessie is another one of those names that could go either way. So Mr. or Mrs. Bell was the first to guess that. So Jessie, email me, kgtropicals@gmail.com. And I will send you one of these. Not this one, because this one's already open. See, the seal's already broken and all that. So this one's no good to you. But we'll send you a brand spanking new one, the big can. And there you go. And the other 2 people that won, make sure you email me too, if you haven't already. And I did see one super chat came through. Catwoman VA, again, you need to ask Fishroom Fever how to select winners by selecting someone using hashtags. By the way, HTTR, which is a bad word now. Hail to the Washington football team certainly does not sound right. Hashtag beat Cowboys. You know, doing it this way tonight was fun. The trivia question was fun. The random comment picker is fun. The number picker thing, not a good idea. Not when there's 800 people watching. So I will not be doing that one again. But we are going to give stuff away every week. Why not? Why wouldn't we? It seems to be a lot of fun. People seem to be enjoying it, and it gets more people excited, and we like that. So, especially when it's the 2 of us and not me running my mouth the entire time. So, I am worn out. Tonight was so much fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you so much to the moderators that were here on Thanksgiving night. Good grief. What are you doing? Go eat some pumpkin pie if you like it. I think it's gross. Tastes like vomit. But anyway, if you're apple pie or cherry pie, go eat some pie and some leftover turkey. Makes great sandwiches. Don't be messing around here anymore tonight. But thank you for committing your time to us. I don't know why. I deserve it. And thank you to everyone that hung out here tonight with me on Thanksgiving night. It's been a blast. I'm exhausted and worn out, and my voice is going to give out, which is going to make Lisa very, very happy tonight. Matthew Meyer, thank you for the last second super chat. This was a lot of fun, folks. Good video coming out on Sunday. Really proud of this one. The 10 it's not 10, it's only 8 meanest fish in the aquarium hobby. You're going to want to check that out. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you next week. Hopefully we'll have Lisa back.